Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Let's take a look at the top stories. President Yoweri Museveni opens Commonwealth Speakers Conference, scoffs at imperialism. Speaker Anita Among calls for laws which foster democracy at CS Park. While experts in Ntoroko to investigate UPDF helicopter crash. And in sports, cricket cranes commence preparations for T20 World Cup with a 10-day boot camp in Jinja. Hello once again. President Yoweri Museveni has told a section of the developed Western world to desist from tendencies of imposing policies on people that differ from theirs. The president's call comes in the wake of recent concerns raised by Western powers regarding the anti-homosexuality law in Uganda. While opening the 27th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth, the president described imperialism as backward and satanic, urging those concerned to influence by example.
Embracing the spirit of brotherhood as opposed to colonialism tendencies remains one of the long-lasting remedies to unrest in the world. Here, what may be problematic could be transformed into something better for the world. This was part of President Yoweri Museveni's message to the 27th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth.
In the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16, it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven." That's what it says. It doesn't say lecture people, do that. No, you do good things. Then the people will see that what you believe is good, and they will copy you voluntarily.
Citing the current situation in the Middle East, including the unrest between Israel and Palestine, Museveni blames this on historical mistakes of imperialism.
The present crisis we have in the Middle East could be traced back to Roman imperialism when at Masada they dispersed the Jews. Those who know that history know what happened, how the Jews rose up against the Romans and they were dispersed. This Masada was AD 70. AD 70, that's when I think it happened, if my history is still good. Up to now, we are dealing with the mistake of the Romans. You can imagine. What were the Romans doing in the Middle East?
It is because of such unfortunate situations that the president wants some sections of the developed world to desist from imposing lifestyles on the developing world.
If you want freedom, if you value freedom, then you should value the freedom of everybody. If you value independence, if you value dignity, then you must respect the dignity of everybody. Stop manipulations and lectures to the societies that are different from yours. If you think you are right, influence people by example.
On the basis of the above, it will take having all groups of people represented at national level, including Parliament. Fortunately, Uganda has taken this route and is still on course.
That's why we said, in addition to the constituency members of Parliament, Let's also have special seats for women. From each district, the districts are, I think there are 130 something now. So that's how you get that big number of women. Then we have the seats for workers, factory workers. We have delegates for youth, and so on. So this concept of representative government, the British brought it to us, and we liked it and expanded it.
This kind of message has sunk deep into the minds of many, including members of Parliament.
It is a chance to unite against others and have common effort. Even if we said a non-Commonwealth country, for example, has militarily attacked another, and the Commonwealth react by saying, no, let us save our Commonwealth member. It is a force to reckon with.
The ongoing CISPOC conference is focusing on the role of Parliament in youth and gender sensitivity, as well as environment and climate change. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has urged parliamentarians under the Commonwealth to consider passing laws which pursue fruits of democracy. While addressing the Conference of the Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth, Anita Among told the delegates to ensure that they follow up with the implementations of the laws passed by respective parliaments. The conference, which was graced by President Yoweri Museveni in Kampala, signifies unity and democratization among the countries subscribing to the Commonwealth.
"33 speakers and presiding officers of the Commonwealth have officially started the 27th Cohesive Conference graced by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The speakers, dressed in their respective robes, exhausted the spirit of unity channeled through an aim of enhancing democracy and good governance.
Our presence here is a testimony of our commitment to the continuity and prosperity of the Commonwealth.
The Speaker of Uganda's Parliament, which hosted the conference, Anita Among, in her remarks reiterated the key prospects of the conference, including strengthening the rule of law through sharing experience of respective deliberations.
The conference is aimed at maintaining, foster and encourage impartiality and fairness on the part of the speakers and the presiding officers of all the parliaments in the Commonwealth states.
The delegates are optimistic of harnessing opportunities of widening trade and cooperation among member countries. Speaker Anita Among urged the members to be mindful of the laws which they pass and ensure that the fruits of democracy are yielded.
It is incumbent upon individual parliaments to devise mechanisms for effective monitoring of implementations of laws to establish the extent of its achievement to intended outcome in pursuit of desired democratic dividends. All the laws that we pass should be followed and they should be implemented to the latter.
Uganda's MPs believe the conference positions the country as an independent state and enhances sectors including tourism and trade.
If it is tourism, for example, we have now exposed our potential in tourism. Let's go and appropriate more money to the tourism sector, so that when tourists come, they find good roads. We have said we are a best destination. Let's go and do what it means for us to be a good destination. We have said we have tourism. Let's go and make better our democratic credentials so that people don't see us fighting. And then we are telling them that Uganda is a good place to go to.
You see, it is not about the fact that things are mentioned and we talk and go. It is about the commitment we commit as a country, as leadership in the country, the commitment of making sure that if there is a bilateral relationship, we need to develop an export of certain items, and you know that's one of the things we are looking at as a country, to promote export. You know, we should benefit. We are not saying we should get there in 1 year, you know, but there are many things so far that we benefited under the Commonwealth.
The speakers later held a closed session plenary, deliberating on the mitigations of climate change, among other aspects. Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Now, a team of experts from the Uganda People's Defence Forces, UPDF, are in Nyamisingiri village in Kichwamba sub-county to do a forensic report to ascertain the cause of UPDF military helicopter gunship that crashed on Tuesday this week. The UPDF officers also visited the family of the deceased civilian to pay homage and contribute to burial arrangements.
Crash occurred in Nyamisingiri village in Kichwamba sub-county, a few kilometers away from the border between Kabarole and Ntoroko district. The helicopter was headed to Democratic Republic of Congo, where the UPDF is conducting the joint military operation against the ADF, codenamed Operation Suja.
The bodies were taken to Bombo after getting removed from the crash scene, including that one of the civilian that met his death as the crash occurred. The burial for our fallen pilots is going to take place on Saturday, while that one of the civilian is going to take place tomorrow at his home, and the burial expense naturally will be borne by us, by the government.
The deceased Aloma Swadik, Tokamhawa Alan, UPDF officers and one civilian of Nyamisingiri village in Kichwamba sub-county, whose house was crashed by the helicopter. The burial arrangement for the two pilots who died as heroes on duty is ongoing. Air Force spokesperson Major Naboth Mugisha has confirmed that the forensic investigation work has begun to ascertain the cause of the crash. He said that a team of experts have been dispatched to the Nyamisingiri village in Kichwamba sub-county to carry out forensic and data report at the scene.
Our team of engineering explosive ordnance devices are going there today to clear the site and explore the ordnances. The board of inquiry, or the team that is going to inquire into this accident, is moving on 5th.
Preliminary inquiries attributed the crash to bad weather in the mountainous area. Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
Our government of Uganda, in partnership with the World Bank, are building modern markets in the newly created cities and some municipalities under the Markets and Agricultural Trade Improvement Project. The project seeks to offer better accessibility to marketplaces, better storage for agricultural products, hygiene and settlement of market traders. In our special report, Andrew Sebida looks at whether government and the World Bank have achieved the objectives of settling market traders, among others.
The government of Uganda, in partnership with the World Bank under the Markets and Agriculture Trade Improvement Project, supervised by the Ministry of Local Government, have constructed modern markets in cities and municipalities to enable traders work in good condition and remove vendors on streets. The project was divided into 2 phases, with the first phase covering 7 markets and the second phase covering construction of 12 markets, as the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Local Government, Ben Kumumanya, explains.
I've been to Rugazi, I've been to Busia, I've been to Dira, I've been to Guru, I've been to Hoima, and it's quite, and I would want to call the journalists, before you look at the bigger market, the whole market, having appreciated the other issue, you go and see how our production and agriculture section is set, and we appreciate the important contribution of our markets.
The project majorly targeted those dealing in agricultural produces. According to Kumumanya, government with its development partner have achieved the said purpose to set up both market traders and vendors.
And actually these markets were actually meant to address those. But because we thought we would do it once, we had to provide to bring other services like clothes and other needs in the same market, so that these vendors for agricultural produce don't have to leave their stores to go and buy out.
However, some traders in the markets have contrary views. Edward Mokasa, dealing in fruits at the newly constructed market of Wandegeya. He narrates his experience ever since he joined at this new modern market facility. Despite some markets being accomplished, stores remain empty. Mr. Kumumanya explains why.
If you spend 3 months when you are not using your lockup or store and it is locked, the authorities will give it away, will get it away from you and then give it to another person. So now that business of somebody getting an allocation and puts a padlock has been sorted out by the markets.
Bakasitoma twasigalira tufuna kyekimu oyo azze yenna yenna n'akuwa kyaba akuwadde osanyuka kuba ate waliwo abatakifunye.
In 2022, the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja was invited to commission the Busega market. Upon arrival, she found that the beneficiaries had declined to occupy the market facility. Permanent Secretary, however, explains the progress of Busega market.
We need to sort out the in front. First, there were some people who had occupied that place. Then we had to sit with them and remove them. And now we have to grade those roads. And if we go there now, work is going on. So we are on course and we are targeting to occupy Busega and have those vendors from the roadside. So my appeal is to appreciate that this had to have a lot of engagements, but I want to assure everybody that once we do the road network there in front of the market, we shall be able to occupy Busega market.
Arua City was among the cities that benefited from Matif 2 project, and vendors are operating fully in the market. Nelson Dada, the chairperson of Arua Central Market, applauded government for constructing a modern market for the market traders.
It is a happiness to us, and we simply say thanks for what the government of Uganda, under his leadership, His Excellency the President of the Republic, has done to us. We are very happy about that. And the vendors are very happy about that.
However, Dada says that there are some challenges that need urgent attention from the line Ministry of Local Government.
Some of the markets which are supposed to, the temporary markets which are supposed to be demolished, are not demolished. That one has brought a lot of tension to vendors, to some politicians, to some technical persons. Up to now, the market is divided. And yet, we are not happy about that because the government has injected a lot of money in building this structure.
Mbarara City also benefited in Matif project, according to Bain Kumumanya. According to available data at Ministry of Local Government, it's the most occupied market.
If you want to know how markets are occupied, you go to Mbarara market, 100% occupied.
Kachebezi, the mayor of Mbarara City, says stores are not owned by rich people. Upon completion, first priorities were given to traders who initially owned stores in the old market facility.
Stores, the lockups belong to vendors. Period. If you are not a vendor, then you are not given. And even those ones who are working and operating from those kiosks and the stores, they are the real vendors that we gave. And for us, we said, should we come and we find you are not a vendor, then of course we shall take away the store or the kiosk.
However, with the increasing numbers of market traders and vendors in Mbarara Central Modern Market, the facility can no longer accommodate the numbers. Kachebezi says the need to build another modern market is urgent.
So I want to appreciate the government for giving us a market, only that it is small, and the ministry promised to give us a next market, which I think soon they will have to communicate to us, such that we can also settle the rest of the vendors and have a very good conducive atmosphere.
The government in the Matthew project constructed 19 markets in all cities and some municipalities. Despite challenges that face the project, but to a larger extent, the project was successful, with the last market of Kitugum to be commissioned on 10th of January 2024. Andrew Sebira compiled this report for UBC News.
Now, the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, through the Joint Council of Muslim Scholars, Majlis Ulama, and its executive members, has unanimously announced the dismissal of Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Semmambo from the position of First Deputy Mufti at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters. However, Sheikh Semmambo's faction has responded with a warning to take Sheikh Mubajir to court if he proceeds with what they perceive as illegal actions.
Sworn in as the acting Mufti of Uganda at a special General Assembly conference held at Gango Muslim School. This development for the General Assembly's members going to court before Justice Friday Bukirwa Ntambi, who later issued an order convening a special session to address Uganda Muslim Supreme Council issues. The situation caused a dispute among Muslims over the rightful Mufti, prompting the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council to seek a court order to stop the action. Today, the Joint Council of Muslim Scholars and the executive members announced Sheikh Semmambo's dismissal from the post of First Deputy Mufti of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council.
Members of the joint session have unanimously resolved this day, the 4th January 2024, to impeach Sheikh Abdullah Semmambo as the Deputy Mufti of Uganda, and he ceases to be Sheikh Abdullah Semmambo ceases to be the Deputy Mufti of Uganda as of today.
It's not legally binding. They have overstepped their mandate, and whatever has been done today should be treated with the contempt it deserves.
The decision was made at a conference attended by Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Mubajje, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council Chairman, Sheikh Muhammad Lubega Chisambira, but media were not allowed to attend. Uganda Muslim Supreme Council Secretary General Sheikh Abbas Mulubya confirmed Semmambo's disqualification based on his alleged illegal actions.
Against the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council activities and operations, there is an injunction which is an outcome of an application we made to court to review a judgment that provided for a meeting that happened somewhere.
I further warn the former Mufti of the Republic of Uganda and the former chairman of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council to refrain from further contempt of court and overstepping their mandate.
Sheikh Mulubya stated that they had sent a letter to Sheikh Semmambo regarding the matter, but he ignored it.
And acknowledged receipt of the petition through an electronic reply to Dr. Lubega Chisambira, and having looked at the grounds, which included behaving in a manner that is unbefitting of his office, contrary to the constitution of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council.
Asked about the potential violation of a recent court order, Mulubya urged that the order did not prohibit the actions, but affected Sheikh Semmambo's side. He assured that they would follow the necessary steps to find a replacement.
The Council has its procedures of filling positions and making positions available, and those procedures are outlined in the Constitution, and they will be followed, inshallah.
Meanwhile, Muhammad Kayanja, the acting PRO, condemned the actions of Sheikh Shaban Mubajje and his team, assuring public that Mubajje's side would face illegal consequences.
So whoever is out there masquerading, contempting court, impersonating, is going to be dealt with in their capacities, personal capacity.
Robert Katamba, Jamiu Sekaja, UBC News.
Piece of land serves the dual purpose of notifying the public about ownership and preventing potential land disputes. Here are some of the procedures to consider when planning to lodge one.
On numerous occasions, to preempt land disputes and potential conflicts, many individuals opt to lodge a caveat on the land. But for those unfamiliar with the process, what is exactly a caveat on the land and why is it important?
Caveat is basically, or simply put, saying that me, so and so, I have a registered interest. And it's usually in circumstances where a person is not the one registered on the land title. You can be a chivanja holder on registered land. Some other interests can be where someone sells to you land, but before they transfer, you can't find them, you can't trace them. Because when it comes to registered land, it means that there is an office which administers that land.
Under what circumstances can one lodge a caveat on the land, and what is the process one must go to acquire a caveat on the land?
Usually it's good to instruct a lawyer to draft for you the caveat papers. If a person is lodging a caveat, they will do a caveat document, and then you attach, you accompany it with an affidavit. The affidavit should be able to spell out the nature of your interest. Or our father passed away, and we're in the process of getting letters of administration, but we hear land may be transferred again, behind our backs, so we are lodging a caveat. So the document will have to be registered in the land office.
To lodge a caveat on the land, one must provide the Registrar of Lands with evidence. Conversely, one seeking to remove a caveat on the land needs to follow the same procedure.
When it comes to time depends on the nature of caveat. There are some caveats which lapse just by the kind of interest they had. For instance, if I'm the owner of a mile piece of land, and I gave out a lease to a person on that land for 5 years, that means that at the lapse of the 5 years, the caveat will be done, will naturally have lapsed. Then there are some others which do not just lapse. For instance, if I'm saying I'm a beneficiary in the estate of my late father, then that one doesn't lapse.
In some instances, land is observed being sold with a pending caveat. But under what circumstances can this happen?
If I caveat Deborah's land, and Deborah seeks to transfer the land, the registrar is under duty to inform me, the caveator, that the land in which you caveated is going to be transferred. The law only requires them to send a notice through post office. Now the challenge, most people, when they are lodging caveats, they use addresses which may not be their own. It's still, I know it's still a legal requirement under the Registration of Titles Act, they still talk about PO Box. However, I think land office, it doesn't stop it from embracing other, just like they have embraced other forms of notifications. So I think they should embrace things like phone, like email, such that people have no reason not to know. Because the intention is to fight land fraud.
Lawyer George Musa also explains the options of lodging a caveat on the land as provided for under the law and proven effective in addressing the issue of land disputes in the country.
The other scenario is where the caveat doesn't necessarily bar transfer. For instance, if you are saying that there is a chivanja holder, I'm claiming an interest as a chivanja holder, it may not necessarily harm you, or you may not suffer a lot of prejudice if the land is transferred, because whoever person is transferred to will be under duty to respect your rights as a chivanja holder.
With escalating land disputes in the country, Musa also sheds light on what could be the root cause.
The land is one of those resources which doesn't expand, yet the population is expanding. It only rises in value. It has caused people, and also because of the unemployment, has made people to be very fraudulent. Fraudsters are high, and even fraud is ever-changing face. Access to justice in this country is still very challenging. One, law enforcement agencies like police are underfunded, but even when they are funded, they sometimes are slow, sometimes they are corrupt. Then the backlog of cases in court.
Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.
And our tragic incident unfolded in Mpigi Town Council when 17-year-old Dixon Nwagaba lost his life while on duty covered by soil while digging a foundation for a house in Katwe village.
Eyewitnesses recounted that Dixon Nwagaba, working with his colleagues, was digging the foundation, and during the soil removal process, he was suddenly covered, resulting into his immediate demise. Despite residents' attempts to dig and retrieve Nwagaba's body, their efforts were futile, as they were overwhelmed with the soil in the hole. Aaron Sebunya, Nwagaba's workmate, shared the details of how the tragic incident unfolded. He added that Nwagaba was instructed to remove the soil from the hole, and unfortunately, during the process he was covered. Musa Bukenya, the area councillor from Mpigi Town Council, placed the blame on the engineer for failing to implement proper measures during construction, especially in this rain season.
Nemba debongera kusimanga basima kati omwana abadde asima ye bambi tamanyi yanoonya ssente asimye ekitaka ne kimugwira n'ekisima ekijja ne kimuyikira ne tugezaako okukola ekisoboka okubanga tutasobolamu entulemererwa.
Other residents at the scene attributed the incident to those occupying plots without leaving pathways.
Nannyini poloti abadde agezaako okumalayo poloti ye naye ng'ate waggulu waayo waliyo poloti ez'abalala.
Mukazi huyo bamusse mwana myaka 15 bayinginiya bafu n'abakubi ba pulani bennyini nabo bafu.
Ensobi gye yakola yatandika omusingi eri waggulu kigulumu kyokka ate mu kubanga asima yamalayo poloti teyalekayo ki lusalosalo.
Despite the prompt arrival of the police at the scene of crime, little progress was made in retrieving Nwagaba's body until an excavator was used. Dixon Nwagaba's body was then transported to Mulago Referral Hospital mortuary for post-mortem as investigations are underway. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
With that, we'll take a quick break. When we return, more details.
The non-aligned movement played a pivotal role in the decolonization process during the 1960s and 1970s. As former colonies gained independence, the non-aligned movement provided crucial support both diplomatically and politically to these newly sovereign nations. The movement's stance against colonialism aligned with aspirations of countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America.
When it is KB o'clock, you need more from your voice bundles. That's why MTN is offering you more minutes across all networks that don't expire. Buy the new 90-minute Freedom Bundle at 5K or the 200-minute bundle at 10K and jazz with no limit. Katiteri ate, no excuses. Make the call now. Dial *100*21# or use the My MTN app and enjoy your Freedom Bundle today. MTN. Together we are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. Martha. We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play. Ndowoza mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Fun battery phone.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Capote Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Capote deal and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Capote Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Regulated by UCC. Start the new year in style with a variety of wine products from K Roma Uganda Limited. Bella Sweet Red Wine, Bella Pruko Wine, Bella Alta Wine, Bella Royal Dry Wine, Bella Passion Fruit Wine, Bella Hibiscus Juice, Bella Hibiscus Soft Drink, Bella Hibiscus Tea, among others. Available in all shops and supermarkets countrywide. K Roma Uganda Limited, the producers of Bella Wines, are located in Chiramulindo, Chira Municipality. For more information, call 0772 506 155 or 0704 161 398. Bella Wines, savor the test.
Banyeta ko Muhangi Donata the chairperson wa group
I am the chairperson of this group that got money. The group is called Kalsandala HIV/AIDS Craftswomen Group. UWEP gave us money in 2017 and they gave us 3.3 million Ugandan shillings. We used it in 1 year and got 23 million out of it. We do baskets and kitchen gardens, and we also have a saving group. We thank UWEP because this money helped us as women. Women can now educate their children and build houses because many of them are single mothers. We work without jealousy because we want to leave a legacy that even those who will be around tomorrow will appreciate.
Now in sports, as they gear up for their first T20 World Cup appearance in June 2024, the Cricket Cranes have initiated their training sessions with a 10-day boot camp in Jinja. A team consisting of 21 players, including 2 debutants, Innocent Mwebaze and Mohamed Shaf, will utilize this camp to focus on team culture and physical fitness. The primary objective of the boot camp is to select a squad that will participate in training camp in India later this month. Leading the boot camp is the interim coach, Jackson Ogwang, rather.
After the Christmas break, it's time to get back to business. Big year ahead for us as we prepare for the World Cup. So, you know, it's about getting the bodies and minds fit again. So we expect that the camp will be very intense, both physically and mentally. But also, you know, just for the guys to get back into their skill set, doing what they do, and you know, just making sure we get our combinations right. Also, you know, it will present opportunities for guys to put their hands up and try and make it into that playing 11. So,
camp firstly will help us in preparations for our first tour of the year. That is a 12-day camp in Safale in India.
Tennis, Uganda is gearing up to participate in East African International Tennis Federation and the Confederation of African Tennis 16 and under Junior Championship scheduled for the 6th to the 14th of January 2024 in Bujumbura, Burundi. Organized by the Fédération de Tennis du Burundi, the tournament will unfold on clay courts and feature 2 categories, 14 and under and 16 and under. The competition will include both individual and team formats of play. This event holds significant importance as it will serve as an evaluation platform for potential players aiming to qualify for the first Africa Junior Championship set for March and April this year.
We are signing out, leaving us with
That's it for News Tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. We'll leave you with the weather report.
From the Uganda National Meteorological Authority, I'm Jasper Ainevuna. In the morning, we had partly cloudy conditions coupled with hazy conditions across some parts of the country. And having a look at the satellite analysis captured today, we still have the dry winds that are coming from the Sahara Desert blowing towards our country, and these are responsible for the hazy conditions that we are experiencing. For the light rains, these are due to the local effects coming from Lake Victoria Basin. Tomorrow's weather forecast around Central Region, high chances of light rains across Lake Victoria Basin, and the rest sunny intervals are expected. To the western parts of the country, chances of sunny intervals are likely to be high. And when move on to the eastern parts of the country, we do forecast sunny conditions that are likely to take over the entire region. For the northern parts of the country, these conditions will not change. Still sunny intervals are expected. Moving on to the central in the afternoon, high chances of light rains across Lake Victoria Basin with temperatures ranging from 28 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius across Nakasongola. For the western stretch in the afternoon, temperatures will drop to 24 degrees Celsius across Kigezi Highland, and the rest of the district we do expect temperatures to go up to 30 degrees Celsius. Afternoon in the western parts of the eastern parts of the country, chances of partly cloudy conditions are still expected with sunny intervals, and temperatures will range from 29 degrees Celsius across Busia to 30 degrees Celsius. Northern parts of the country, partly cloudy conditions are still expected with sunny intervals, and temperatures will range from 30 degrees Celsius to 31. To the world cities, chances of partly cloudy conditions are still high across Cairo with maximum temperature of about 21 degrees Celsius, and in Dubai partly cloudy conditions with maximum temperature of about 26 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much for watching the weather forecast. For more information, you can visit our website. Good evening.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The key founding members of NAM. The founding members of the non-aligned movement were prominent leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru of India, Josip Broz Tito of Yugoslavia, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, and Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt. These figures played an instrumental role in shaping the movement's early vision. Their collaboration during the Belgrade Conference in 1961 was rooted in a shared commitment to charting an independent course for their nations amid the intensifying Cold War.
UBC is the national public broadcaster. We educate, inform, entertain, and inspire our audiences. You can watch us on free-to-air channel 001, DSTV channel 282, GoTV channel 371, Star Times channel 201, Zuku TV channel 20, and Azam TV channel 350. Even when your subscription expires, you can still watch UBC for free on your pay TV platforms.
Juko. Yo. What you check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
The Property Line, everything real estate, construction, class, and luxury.
Real estate, it's land and developments on land.
We are now as a country in an auto-drive mode with respect to real estate.
We have a deficit in housing of more than 2 million units.
For the real estate, when you have income, I want you to contribute something.
Don't miss The Property Line every Saturday 7:30 p.m. and Monday 11 a.m. only on UBC TV. Inspiring Uganda. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Development and financial boosting of the common person is one of the government goals.
And this is why the President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has come up with different initiatives to achieve this, among which is poverty alleviation development, as Joan Kakwenzira, the Senior Presidential Advisor, PAD, says.
It is a presidential initiative against hunger and poverty. It is an initiative of His Excellency the President. It is intended to study, document, and inform how high concentration of inputs in one small area, specifically Parish, high concentration of inputs and knowledge and training can speed up rural transformation.
A lot of individuals from different parts of the country have benefited from PAD, and these are appreciative to His Excellency.
His Excellency the President of Uganda, twagala kugamba webale nnyo webalire ddala kutwa programu eno ne State House Controller yaffe Jane Bareche, webale nnyo bambi watuwadde funds zonna eza ku procuring embuzi eno. Then webale nnyo Honorable Jessica Ababiku kukolagana naffe kubanga nga tetusobola kukola mulimu gino nga tulina naawe Honorable n'emirimu gyonna twagala kuyamba abantu baffe wano ku Adjumani kufuna emirimu gya kufuna sente.
According to Sulaiman Walusimbi, the State House Public Relations Officer, the state is pleased with the impact of PAD towards the common person.
No, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni awadde embuzi empitirivu ezisoba zijjidde ku lolenga 5 ezisoba mu 6. Abatuuze bonna basanyufu nga bamaze okufuna embuzi, era batusuubiza nti buli afunye embuzi ate bwe zinaazaala ajja kuwa munne, kubanga lwero olugendo lwe tutandikako okulaba nga omuntu mu bwavu ava waali ne yeeyongerako mpola mpola. Abatuuze batusuubiza nti bajja zirabirira, ate era n'aba LC5 representative naye n'atusuubiza naye ajja kumonitaringa, RDC abaddewo naye n'atusuubiza nti agenda kumonitaringa, n'aba security bonna okulaba nga ensi etambula. Ono President asuubiza ate n'atuukiriza, yabasuubiza embuzi ate zino zizze, era alina n'ebirala byabasuubiza, era ffe tujja kwetikka, ffe tetujja kutuusa nga tubaweereza.
The Poverty Alleviation Department, as means of eradicating poverty, so far has been implemented in areas like Lukunjiri, Rawenge, Adjumani, among others. The question is, what do you need to become a beneficiary of PAD?
Ffe tukola system. Ebintu byaffe tebiteera kutundibwa. Mpozi abetutadde mu system nga bw'omanyi bayinza kuba nga ababbi. Naye tugenda ne tukola village committees. Nga buli kyalo kituwa representative agenda kukuuma ebintu byaffe. Kati awo ne bakolayo akakiiko gavumenti y'ekyalo. Eyo gavumenti y'ekyalo yeekuuma ebintu byabwe kuba zisobola kutuula wano Nakasero. Nemanya nti embuzi Adjumani bagize eki bagitunze. Naye akakiiko ako kekagira ki kekazibala. Ate ne kamakinga sure nti afunye embuzi emwe oba bbiri agenda kuzaaza aweereze munne.
The President has on several occasions pointed out that each household should at least be earning 20 million Ugandan shillings annually to skip the poverty line.
From Poverty Alleviation Department, bwe tuluka mu kitundu tulonda abantu buli kyalo singa omuluka gubaamu katugamba abantu ebyalo nga 16 buli kyalo tukirondako omukulembeze ne bakola akakiiko ke tuyita Village Coordination Committee. Kati kana akakiiko ke kakola ne field officer ne basobola okulambulanga ebintu bino okusobola kuba gatebiriibwa. Era ebitundu byaffe ebisinga tukirwanyisizza ku bukiiko obutuyambye ebintu bino abantu ne bafunamu omugaso ne baganyulwa ne babanga batandise okwenyumiriza mu President kye yaleetedda ekya bonna bakole bonna bagaggawale. Ekyo kiva mu kubanga ateeka ebintu bingi mu kitundu abantu bonna basobola okubanga bayingidde ku mugendo ogw'okwekulaakulanya.
The PAD initiative, if well managed, can help in achieving the dream of a poverty-free nation.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Happy holidays, everyone out there watching and loving Powerful Ever Magazine, watching UBC. We are here to celebrate with you this festive season and to bring you all the entertainment that you have been missing out there. As you know, Christmas is a time to share, to love, to celebrate together, eat together, share. And as UBC, we are going to bring you all the loving, all the sharing, all the entertainment, all the food, everything that you know that happens around the festive season. Now, coming up on the show, first and foremost, we want to bring you the British Council of Uganda celebrating our disability, our people with disabilities in Uganda right here with us. And the headline act, we had our own Rogers Bisereko telling us more about his experience, how he became disabled, what happened to him, and how he came back to dance. They're bringing back music, bringing back culture, bringing back hope, and inspiring the young people right here for you on Powerful Ever Magazine. So take a look at what happened, and I hope all of you out there get inspired by this.
See my